When the Moon Chose Two Hearts, a romantic African folk tale. The song that woke the night in the ancient village of Nandala, where red earth stained bare feet and the wind carried the voices of ancestors, lived a young woman named Zalika. Zalika was different. While other girls laughed around evening fires or practiced dances for festivals, Zalika climbed the lonely hill behind her father's compound every night. There, beneath the wide African sky, she lifted her face to the moon and sang. Her voice was not loud. It did not beg for attention, yet it stirred the night itself. Elders said her songs made babies sleep peacefully. Hunters swore the forest fell silent when she sang. Even the moon seemed to pause, glowing brighter, listening. But Zalika's songs were heavy with longing. She sang of a love she had never known, of a name she could not remember, of a heart that felt torn in two. One night, as the moon sat full and round like a listening ear, Zalika stopped mid-song, because the night answered her. From beyond the great river that separated Nandala from the forbidden land of Lugano, a man's voice rose, deep, trembling, and painfully familiar. Her heart thundered in her chest. The river had never spoken back before. Zalika sang again. The voice answered again. And in that moment, unseen by human eyes, the moon smiled. At dawn, Zalika did something no woman of Nandala had ever dared. She crossed the river. The elders said the river was cursed, that it remembered blood, that it divided not just land, but destiny. Yet Zalika stepped into its cold waters as if drawn by invisible hands. On the other side, beneath a towering baobab tree older than memory, stood a young man holding a hunting spear. His name was Kito. The moment their eyes met, the world slowed. Neither spoke, neither breathed. It was as though their souls recognized each other before their lips could. Kito was the one who spoke first, his voice unsteady. "You are the one who sings to the moon." Zalika nodded, tears burning her eyes. "And you are the one who answers." They talked for hours about dreams, fears, and the strange ache they had both carried since childhood. Kito confessed that her song had guided him home during storms, saved him from wild beasts, and filled his nights with hope. But joy shattered when reality returned. They were children of enemy villages, bound by an ancient curse born of betrayal and bloodshed. Love between them was not just forbidden, it was said to awaken death. Still beneath the baobab, Kito took Zalika's hands. "If loving you is forbidden," he said, "then I choose exile." Zalika whispered back, "If loving you brings death, then let me die knowing love once lived in me." Above them, clouds gathered. The ancestors were listening. Love never stays hidden for long. Whispers slithered through both villages. Drums of warning echoed through the night. The elders gathered, their faces hard with fear. Zalika was dragged from the hill and locked inside her father's hut. Her voice, once celebrated, was now blamed. Kito was captured and thrown into the sacred forest, a place from which few returned alive. The chief priest spoke in a voice heavy with prophecy. "The curse can only be broken by a love willing to destroy itself." On the night of the blood moon, Zalika escaped, her feet bleeding as she ran. She sang, not beautifully but desperately, calling Kito's soul across the darkness. Against all odds, Kito returned, wounded but alive, guided by her song. They met beneath the sacred fig tree as the moon turned red. Zalika knelt and offered her voice, the very essence of her being. Kito laid down his spear and offered his strength, his pride, his future. The earth shook violently, the river screamed. The wind howled like grieving spirits. And then everything went silent. The moon disappeared. Morning came softly as though afraid to wake the world. The curse was gone. The river flowed peacefully for the first time in generations. The fig tree bloomed with white flowers, glowing like forgiveness. Elders wept openly, realizing too late how hatred had poisoned their hearts. Zalika lived, Kito lived, but they were changed. Zalika's voice never returned. No song ever passed her lips again. Kito never hunted again. His hands, once fierce, now trembled. Yet when they looked at each other, their eyes spoke everything. They married beneath the baobab tree where their love was born. Their union ended generations of division, uniting Nandala and Lugano as one people. And even now, elders say, When the moon is full and the wind moves gently through the grass, you can hear a song without words. It is the song of a love so powerful it silenced curses and taught the moon how to smile. The end.